Today is October the 26th. Today we'll look at the Songs of Ascent in the book of Psalms. Reading through the Bible in a year today, I'd like you to read Psalms 120 to 125, and then take a look at Proverbs chapter 27. Here in the Psalms, we begin a section in which there are a list of Psalms of Ascent. The Psalms of Ascent were intended to be read by pilgrims who were walking up the mountain to Jerusalem to celebrate festivals. On their way, they would go singing these psalms. Some of them of David, some they don't have titles that identify the author. Could be David, might not be. But they share one common characteristic. They talk about the psalmist's confidence in God. They're beautiful psalms. I love Psalm 121. I look up to the mountains. Now, why does he look to the mountains? Because pagan gods had their altars built on mountaintops. The psalmist says, I look at the mountaintops. I see their altars to pagan gods. Does my help come from there? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Many of the other gods were actually the worship of heaven or earth. The psalmist says, I worship the God who made them. In Psalm 21, if you continue to read through the psalm, he names elements that were pagan gods. The sun, there was a sun god. There's a moon god. There is the god of night. There's the god of sleep. He says, God made all of these, and God watches over you. Now, in Proverbs 27, we have a slightly different approach. In the Psalms of Ascent, God is the one that we look to find our aid. In Proverbs 27, Solomon says, looking for God's followers can show us another source of aid. Surround yourself with good friends, good advisors. In verse 6, the wounds from a sincere friend are better than many kisses from an enemy. And of course, Psalm 27 has one of my favorite verses of the Bible. Verse 17, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. So as we live our life today, look to two sources. Look to God to help give you direction in your life. But surround yourself with good friends. Spend time with them. Be iron sharpening iron for them, and allow them to sharpen you. Like, follow, and subscribe to this devotional on whatever platform you use to listen to it. Email your questions to us at questions@becomehope.com. Tomorrow, we'll look at the New Testament book of Ephesians and ask, is it important to be united